Back in the shop. This is I think the third video on this violin, and what I'm doing today is I'm putting the linings in. Now I have the ribs on the mold now, glued to the blocks. Very happy how that came out. And now I'm installing the linings that go around the inside of the ribs. What they're for is strength, and also gives you a bigger gluing surface to glue the top and the bottom on, because eventually I'll cut away a lot of these blocks, and you just need just a little more gluing surface. And they're real lightweight, but they add a lot of strength, and it's really necessary. Now, what I did, I cut little grooves or little mortises into the blocks, and I mortise in just the C-bout linings. And I did that, and I just do that with a knife, and I got a real little chisel, and I just cut them and pop them out, and it works fairly decent. And what I'm doing now is bending my linings, and that is, I just got my iron all heated up, and bend this wood up. And not happy with that, how that looks there. And that shapes it for me. And I soak these linings in a little water before I do this. It just seems to make this whole process go a little easier. And see if I got that curve right. That looks pretty good. Go down here. Actually takes longer to cut these things out than it does to install them. I make them out of willow a lot of times, and these are just made out of spruce. But they're fine for what I'm using them for. And I want them to be a little proud, and then I'll take my sanding board and make them flush with everything else. But I clamp them. And eventually I'll glue them in. But that's the next step in this. And after I install the rest of these, I'll glue them in. Then it'll dry. I'll bring it over to the sanding board, sand them flat so everything's smooth here. Then I'll flip it over onto my maple back, the wood I have for the back, and trace the outline of the fiddle on that, and I'll cut that out. So that's what I got going on today, and next time we'll probably be tracing out the back and cutting it out. So I'll see you guys later.